I hear birds.
I hear children.
Okay, the wash cycle's finished, so now I guess we can get back to it. Guess I can cut that into the cold open. Hey everyone, the wash cycle's finished, on with the adventure. Hello, Dungeon Master Andy here. This episode was part of a recording session that was full of technical issues. So at one point during this episode, we lost sound for just a minute, and all that is missing is Hjani finds a book in the pocket she was searching, a book containing information about these snake people. You'll know it when you hear it. I left a marker. We play 3 to 4 hour games, and we cut them up. So after this episode, the following episodes will be from fresh sessions and hopefully won't have any more technical issues. Thanks for listening. See you on the other side. Last time on Polymorph Self, our heroes were in the Temple District among the catacomb entrances. They found the headquarters of the Order of the Silver Ring. Garrick found a secret door leading down into the area beneath the altar. They descended and found a creepy murder basement festooned with skulls and bones. As they entered the low connecting corridor, 2 robed snake faces appeared holding scimitars, and behind, a huge monstrous viper rose from a pit. The battle ensued. Billicus rained magic lightning down on the Serpent. Seyda and Hjani fought off the robed figures, and Billicus turned into Gorillicus. Okay, so Garrick concentrates and conjures up a beam of pure holy energy from his god, a searing ray of light, which smashes into it for...
Total of 7 damage.
7 damage. It's taken a lot of hits and it's looking worse for wear. Maybe on its last legs, but it doesn't have legs.
I read a book about snakes back in the book club library and a book club pub, and so now I feel like I have to share my knowledge.
Yeah. And that brings us back to the snake person. Again, he raises its hand, points it towards Hjani and Seyda, concentrates, and suddenly under your feet, like roots start coming up from the rammed earth floor to entangle you magically. And you need to save with the strength-based one, Fortitude, against a difficulty class of 14. Hjani, what's your Fortitude save?
It's a +5.
So you need to get 14 or above to not be entangled.
Let's see what happens. I get a 9 + 5, 14.
You do not get entangled by the magical roots.
Haha, sidestepped.
Because Fortitude's based off your strength. Is that right?
It does get improved by bull strength.
Okay, so that's my ability modifier is now +5.
Yep.
So my Fortitude is, for some reason that's still a 3. It should be, so my Fortitude should be 8, actually. 8, 9, so it should be 10.
So you get +10?
Yes.
You usually have +8.
I usually have +8.
And you got to get 14 or above to not be entangled.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
His dastardly attempt to magically entangle you and then slaughter you at his leisure utterly fails, bringing us round to the Viper's action. I'm going to roll 1d6. Odds is Billicus, evens is Garrick. 1, Billicus.
Bring it on.
Or should I say Gorillicus? Gorillicus, what's your AC in gorilla form? You have a sheet there, right?
I do. My armor class?
Yeah.
14, and then a bunch of other numbers. It says -1 size, etc., etc. So I guess just 14.
14, okay.
Armor class is 14.
Okay, bite +6. 20.
Well,
A natural 20, and I'll roll again to see if it's critical. 12 + 6 is 18. Your AC is?
My AC is 14.
Despite your bark skin, this huge viper, reels up and sinks its 1 foot long fangs right through your torso.
Gross.
For 1d6 + 4 × 2 plus poison. 1d6. 3. 3 + 4 is 7 × 2 is 14. You take 14 points of damage.
Okay.
How many hit points does Gorillicus have?
30.
Okay.
Dang.
So you've been, your gorilla's been impaled by fangs. And what's Gorillicus's Fortitude save?
I don't know. Oh, +6.
Okay, you have to get a 14 or more to not be poisoned.
17.
You do not get poisoned, but you do take 14 points of damage. Bringing us back to Seyda. There is one of these things still standing in front of you.
I attack it with my greatsword.
AC 18.
Plus 13 to greatsword. I roll a 12 plus 13 is 25.
Okay.
2d6 plus 6.
Double one.
Double one. Snake eyes.
Yeah, wow.
Plus 6 is 8.
8 points of damage. Hjani.
Does she get another move?
Yeah.
You do. That's right. Being 6th level, you now get a second attack with an offhand weapon or a second attack, but at a
So this is
reduced
now,
rate.
Plus 8. Natural 1.
Natural 1. You know, it's a very narrow, low-ceilinged corridor. You draw back your greatsword. It sticks into the bony earthen ceiling, and when your hands come back again, your sword is not in them. Going to Hjani.
Well, despite that fuck up, you seem to have a handle on this, and I think I just heard the gorilla scream, so I turn around and start to attack the viper, or run to attack the viper.
If I'm being a stickler for the rules, leaving combat with
it's the
someone
attack of opportunity?
provokes an attack of opportunity. So you leave, and what's your AC?
22.
And it's scimitar plus 10.
19. Dang.
19 plus 10, 29. And scimitars get a critical hit on 18 to 20.
Oh, wow.
That's the thing
So
about
do you need to roll
scimitars.
again?
Yeah, you can roll it again. It's okay.
Okay. 9.
Plus 10 is 19.
Yeah, so
hit?
that doesn't hit.
It doesn't.
No, I'm 22.
22. Okay, so no double damage, but it hits for 1d6 plus 2 damage. Rolling a d6. 4, so 6 points of damage as you he slashes you as you try to
Ouch.
just leave combat.
Okay. Oops.
And,
Silly me.
Yeah,
But
Billicus, a huge viper is biting you.
Gorilla Smash. I'm going to try and rip out a tooth or a tongue or whatever I can get my hands on.
Smash
at this
his
point.
mouth in with your huge gorilla arms.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ape shit.
What's your attack?
this is bananas.
My attack, it says claws plus 7 melee, so is that just plus 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so my attack is plus 7.
And his AC is 15.
7 plus 7 is 14.
Okay, you wave and smash at it, but being a flexible reptile, it sort of draws back its head to avoid it, bringing us to Garrick.
I swing my heavy mace round my head, and I scream my god's name, pointing my other hand at the snake, and I slam my mace into the ground, invoking shockwave.
Okay, you do that. A ever-increasing circle of holy light goes radiating out from where you hit it on the floor, affecting all foes in a 60-foot radius.
All 2 of them, right?
Yeah, so including the person by you. So what's the damage that they all take?
Damage usually from a mace is 1d8 plus 6.
It's a mace plus 2, right?
Mace, yeah, plus 2.
It's a plus 2 mace, so that's without your strength bonus. So everyone in the radius who's an enemy takes 1d8 plus 2 damage.
Plus 2, this is...
Oh, that's a d6, 10. You have to roll it.
This?
Oh, no, that one, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
an
that's
8.
one. That was an 8. Okay, so 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 points of damage. A blast of energy ripples through the viper, leaving it with 1 hit point. It's like literally on its last legs, but I've just done yet another arm or leg metaphor about a large snake with no arms and legs. That's the kind of DM I am.
It doesn't have a limb to stand on.
And the other snake person is still doing okay, but again, the wave of energy blasts through him and black and green ooze flies from his nostrils.
Cool.
Bringing us back to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Seyda, what's your AC?
20.
Okay, he attacks you, scimitar plus 10. That is a 4. You haven't got your weapon, but you deftly duck under the scimitar
Oh, I
thrust.
thought I was going to do like a jump back to try and grab it out the ceiling.
The viper gets one last attack. Is it on Gorillicus or is it on Garrick? Odds and evens? That's a 3.
That's
It's
me.
Gorillicus again. What's your AC, Gorillicus?
14.
Bite plus 6. That is a 3 plus 6 is 9. Gorillicus is ready this time. Gorillicus, do you want to retaliate?
Definitely.
Okay, its AC is 15.
My attack is a plus 7. Claws plus 7 melee.
Gorilla Claw plus 7, go.
12 plus 7 is 19.
You smash it. For how much damage?
For 1d6 plus 5.
Roll the damage.
5 plus 5 for 10.
Okay, so it goes in for a second bite on Gorillicus, this huge viper. This time, he deftly steps out of the way and then follows up, grabs the giant viper's head in his huge gorilla arms, smashes it against the floor, and then starts like pounding fists on top of it until finally the head is just a huge mass of pulp. Meanwhile, down the other end of the corridor, Seyda, you are weaponless.
No. I jump up and try and pull my greatsword out of the ceiling.
Yeah, it's not that
Oh,
high.
it's not high. Okay,
It's like next to you.
Okay. I don't jump up. I just try and pull my greatsword out of the ceiling.
Aren't we
Okay.
all still like ducking?
Yeah, now, if he's still alive after... Oh, no, Hjani's gone the other way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but-
he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you then, because he's got nothing else to do and you're in
Hate this
combat
guy.
with him. What's your AC?
20.
Scimitar plus 10. 11 plus 10 is 21. He slashes you with the scimitar for 1d6 plus something the DM can't see in the glare. Plus 2 points of damage. 2 plus 2 is 4 points of damage. Hjani, you're in the middle between two of them. You see Gorillicus
Oh,
bashing the skull of the viper in, it having been momentarily weakened by an impressive looking shockwave from a heavy mace.
I guess they didn't need my help after all. Well, turn back and face this guy.
But turning back, you see Seyda getting hit as she tries to pull her sword out, giving you an opportunity for perhaps a ranged attack.
All right, great. I take out my longbow and range attack. It's a plus 10.
AC 18.
Awesome. So it's a 9 plus 10. That's a 19.
You
I hit it.
take off your bow, draw with lightning speed, and shoot it with an arrow.
1d8 plus 1. 8 plus 1. 9.
The arrow goes right between its eyes, dropping it cold dead to the floor.
Haha.
I say, your history.
50 experience points. That was the best one of today. No offense to all the other excellent quips, which have all been great. But that one was... you've been saving that up, haven't you?
Yes.
Now that's snake eyes.
Okay, talking of experience points, as I previously mentioned off adventure, but listeners will hear this now, we were all due to level up, but we're going to have to do it at the beginning of the next session, otherwise it'll take a bunch of time. Let me just give out some experience points and just confirm that some people have or haven't gone up. These guys are challenge rating 5, so they're worth something like... Let me see, challenge rating 1 is 300 points. Don't have the DM's guide in front of me. It's like essentially 5 times that, but a bit less. So I'm going to say 1,000 points each. 2,000 for them. Giant Viper is 3, so make that... Let's call it 2,500
Per person?
between 4 of you.
Oh, okay.
But also, you did kill some of the assassins, even though you failed, so I don't really want to give you experience points. Well, let's round it up to something divisible by 4. 28,
The
does that
guy in
make
the
sense?
house, I don't think we got experience for him.
He got away.
We killed one.
You
We
killed
did
a
kill one.
thug. You killed one of his thugs. What's easily dividable by 4, which is somewhere around 2,800? This is so technical, isn't it?
2,800 is
Divisible by 4.
700 each.
Okay,
But I didn't
so-
kill some of these people.
No, we... the rules for art... This is a good question to put on for the listeners who may sail in and out of different episodes. Our house rules are... whatever the experience points are, we just total them and divide them equally. And we just do that every time.
Just by being around us.
So Billicus can
It's
go
like
out in
you
the
kill
ocean
people.
and kill like 40 whales.
Yeah, you all get
comes back
experience
and
points,
then
yeah.
we get all that.
Absolutely, it's house rule. What happens, though, is Garrick is sometimes someone has an idea, says a cool line, or has an idea and does an action, and I'll give them an on-the-spot reward for that. So that may happen.
All right, so 700 each.
700 each, yeah.
Cool.
Now, let's just have a recount before you continue on in this area. What does that bring you all up to?
24 to 5.
Please write current totals, tot up any lists you have or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
You have 24?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
24,000 or 2,400 or 24 points. Please
Oh.
state exactly what you have.
I can't do numbers bigger
20.
than
Okay. I
Don't you
yeah,
have
20
a previous
I've
one
got-
and you just add 700 to it?
yeah, and so I've
it
got
can't be 24,
204
can it?
to 5.
Oh, okay.
You've got what?
20425.
2,
0
4,
4
2.
2 5.
Do you mean 20,425?
I can't do numbers bigger than 1,000. It's a problem.
So you've breached 20,000.
yeah, like
Hjani,
I have 20,631. So actually, we have to kill one more thing to actually get a
what's the threshold?
21.
is it 21?
Yeah, 21,000. So basically,
Can I be past the player's handbook to just confirm? I thought it was 20, 21.
I
Billicus,
have,
what's your total now? Because you're a lower level.
I didn't add my stuff from before, I see. I
You should
have an
always
extra
add- always be
1125.
adding, always
so
be
hold
adding.
on.
The DM looks through the player's handbook. Classes, and here's the experience table. It is in fact 21,000 to reach level 7. Now, Garrick just got his level 5 and you just got your first experience points, right? So you might want to write this down. To achieve level 6, Garrick, you will need 15,000 points and you started at 10, right?
To achieve level 6?
Yeah, sorry, you're level 5, so you're going to start with exactly 10,001 experience points. And now you've got 10,701.
That's how many I have currently.
Yeah, so you've currently now got 10,701. You will need 15,000 to reach level 6, and then 21 to reach level 7. So, Billicus, what's your total now?
I either have 14,041 or 13,041, depending on if this is a 1 or
Let's
a 2.
call it
here.
14.
Okay.
But you need 15 to go up.
Okay.
So you're all a couple of hundred points away, yes.
Yeah, let's kill another snake person.
Well, there's still whatever is at the end of the corridor where they came out of that has not yet been explored. Everything returns to normal. You're back in this dimly lit catacomb corridor with a magic lantern sitting on the floor in between you, lighting up most of it. There's a huge pulped viper corpse with its tail still sort of sticking in the pit it came up from.
I continue to smash it.
You do. You're still a gorilla and you keep smashing it.
I want one of the things. Billicus.
The fangs?
Billicus. Stop smashing.
He's a gorilla. He doesn't understand you.
I can understand
Don't worry,
perfectly.
the fangs are sort of lying to the side of the mess.
I pick one up.
Okay, you have got a 1 foot long fang, which is sort of cord where the venom would come out.
Yeah.
So you have that now.
I rifle through the pockets of the people that I just killed.
These snake people have robes and armor and they're holding scimitars, and one of them okay, so at what point what were we doing when I suddenly lost sound?
You were telling us about the snaky
Yenti.
guys, the book.
Yeah, in the book.
It's so nice of them to have a guide on themselves.
Well, it's more like their mythology or something, like
So
some
you
kind of
become
storybook.
a
Yeah.
serpent man.
Yeah.
What to expect?
Right.
So there were purebloods. Was the guy you met who looks almost human. Half-bloods, the ones you've just fought, and have like snake heads on humanoid bodies. And it mentions something called abominations, which, according to the book, seem to be like at the top of the hierarchy. But it doesn't describe them, and you've no idea about this. But Yuanti or Yuanti appears to be the name of these things. But that's not... when you met, the assassins were human. The Society of the Snake is not all made up of these things. Just, I guess, a few. And that's all the information you can get from it. But they don't carry currency or any other objects. Now you're all in the corridor. The two adjacent crypts, the one opposite the ones you've been in, crypts are the similar sort of bare stone floored chambers with coffins and skulls embedded in all the walls. But of course there's down the pit and there's the place where just in front of you where they came out of, the arch at the end of the low corridor.
There's still the guy we found.
Cedric.
Yeah, he's chill but dazed and in and out of coherence.
He'll be okay if we carry on. We shouldn't.
He will follow you in a docile manner if you so wish.
Or I can carry him.
Yeah, like fireman's lift style.
Yeah.
I was thinking more officer and a
Or like a
gentleman.
baby.
Yeah, like a baby, officer and gentleman. Yeah, he does not resist any one of these options. How would you like to carry him, Garrick?
Like a baby.
Okay, you carry him like a baby, and he sort of does not resist.
Wait, he's a human,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's really
So
big.
the
Garrick is very strong.
I am very strong.
Yeah, but the
but
length.
is his
His
legs
legs are
just
flopped
dragging
over.
onto the
His
floor?
head and legs occasionally hit the walls, but he's docile and doesn't appear to mind.
Okay.
And I just keep whispering, oh, shh, it's okay, shh.
Cool.
You stand in the corridor with
I-
Cedric being carried by Garrick.
I walk forward
That's
towards
adorable. Yeah, I walk forward as well.
the front.
Okay.
The first door.
Going through the final low arch, which in a 5 foot high corridor is another sort of foot dip, and you emerge out into another large temple style room, like high ceiling, but it's underground, with some sort of altar down the other end. But it's not an altar, it's like an altar block with some kind of stone sarcophagus on the top. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Haven't said it out loud since Egyptian history class when I was in high school.
That sounded fine.
Is it sarcophagus? Is that
Oh,
exactly?
I thought you were talking about
Sarcophagus.
Yeah, top. Yeah, I
Isn't
think
that the inside of the throat?
Sarcophagus?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So like a secondary stone box on top with a kind of decorative lid. And there appears to be some sort of like mural and inscription on the wall behind it, about 30 foot away from you. Apart from that, it's an unassuming stone underground chamber, but with a much higher ceiling. You enter.
Wow, that mural looks very interesting. I'm going to check it out. I check it out.
Seyda?
I also look at the mural admiringly.
From where you are now, though. Okay, Garrick?
Shh, Cedric, shh. Quiet.
Cedric remains calm. Billicus. Oh, Gorillicus, you still haven't changed back, right?
I scratch myself.
Okay, and Manto sits loyally by your side. Seyda and Hjani walk over, and you see the mural depicts a idyllic rural scene of rolling hills and forests. It's been painted in colour, and it's been upkept. Like it's obviously repaired often. It shows a village, simple farmers, and what looks like a teenage girl wearing white, shining like she's got a halo or something, painted like she's some sort of like angel or something, holding a two-handed sword in front of her like this, looking up to the heavens. In the background, there's a scene of bandits descending on the village, and there is a lengthy inscription telling a story. And on the sarcophagus, the heavy stone lid is fashioned as, not in great detail, but as a sort of female figure lying with the sword clasped over her chest.
Oh, I think we found the martyr of the Ring of the Rings.
This is that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they captured Cedric.
I guess so.
Because they wanted to revive her, I bet. Is that right, Cedric?
I did discover the power to bring the dead back, but then I renounced all my cleric duties because the power is too great for any mortal man to have.
Except for me. You were going to tell me, right?
I'm so traumatized.
Well, I take the time to read this inscription.
Okay, I'll give you I'll give the entire thing, but give you the gist. This is some kind of story. It's written in kind of like flowery language told as a myth about this character called Hanna Hallswift, and it says something along the lines of this: that Hanna Hallswift was a simple girl in the frontier towns among the devout good people in the so-called early days of the expanding of the realm. Doesn't date it, by the way, and doesn't hint anything about the history, it just says that. It says she was a girl of natural aptitudes and was blessed to learn everything she was taught quickly, including the miracles of the gods and the fighting skills of a roaming knight who stayed often in the town by the name of Coeur d'Anjou. Sounds like French in modern language. Coeurdeanjou. When she became 18, she was to be married and continue to grow the community and serve our Lord. But when the town was attacked by raiders, she bravely fought them off, sacrificing herself in the process. She never got to reach true adulthood. She represents the settler spirit that made our country great, made it what it is today. That night, her teacher returned to the town years later, and finding her dead, he brought her remains back here to the capital to rest in the vault of the Saints. I almost said taints. I tried to correct myself and then said staints
You
instead.
overcompensated.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The taints.
The vault of the taints.
How respectful.
And no matter what I say now, our listeners will forever think of this location as that time the party entered the vault of the taints.
Is that why it's so smelly?
That's right.
It's a bit musky.
That's why it's kind of featureless. It's neither one way nor the other. It's just kind of like there.
Boy.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
It's just a weird line going down the middle.
The Vault of the Saints. It is at that point you notice both the picture of her in the mural and the carving of her on a sarcophagus. On her left hand, there's a ring on her finger. In the picture, it's clearly portrayed as a silver ring. Doesn't look like the cleric silver rings, though. It just looks like a plain silver ring. But it's they've made a point of including it that she originally had some kind of silver ring. And also in the story is mentioned that the sect that now worships her are called the Order of the Silver Ring.
Some order. It's just a bunch of snakes and 2 cowards.
The cowards are called, to your knowledge, the Order of the Silver Ring. The society you fought are called the Society of the Snake. They're nominally different, but obviously tied up with each other in some way. I believe Garrick was coming up with a theory.
We should take their idol here. It's a false idol anyways.
Let's not desecrate any graves.
We're not going to desecrate it. We will take it.
I'd rather not.
And then we have something against these people in case they...
Wait, are we trying to take the whole sarcophagus or just whatever's inside the sarcophagus?
It's made of stone, correct?
Do you examine it?
I examine it.
Okay, what is your spot or search checks? Either one of them will do. The skills are in alphabetical order. Just look down them, and it should be down there, yeah.
That will just be 0. I have no intelligence.
Well, it's difficulty class 10, so have a go.
Alright. D20?
Yep.
16.
Okay, after a quick search around, you notice that there is no dust or filling in the gap sort of where the slab unevenly rests on top of the box, and it appears to have been recently moved and replaced.
I use my gorilla strength and try and... I just charge into the sarcophagus.
Oh,
I
God.
try and push it over.
Billicus comes gorillaing over, that kind of half run, half
I'm terrified.
crawl, like almost like crab walk with his two big arms. He beats his chest, gives a gorilla scream, and just using gorilla strength, just shoves on top of the slab, and it actually slides and moves, and then sort of like bounces down, narrowly missing Seyda and Hjani's toes. It doesn't break or crack, but it sort of like, you know, clatters and leans over, revealing an empty box.
Wait, there's no one in there.
Yeah. Is there anything else in there besides nothing?
It's completely empty, and Cedric starts to shake nervously and mutter to himself.
Maybe we should put him in there. No, and then carry him out so he's safer in the box.
Is he safer in the box than in your arms?
I lean in and bang on the bottom to see if it's a false bottom.
You find it to be very solid.
Ow.
I think you already revived her, didn't you, Cedric?